The next step to eliminate a belief is to figure out when you formed it. Most of our beliefs, certainly almost all of our self-esteem beliefs, including this one, were formed from events involving your parents that occurred when you were a very young child. This belief is very different from almost all the others. We call this type of belief a survival strategy belief. Let me briefly explain why. Remember how you had concluded about yourself as a very young child? I'm not good enough and I'm not important. Holding those beliefs wouldn't make you feel very good, would it? Then one day you did something that your parents were very pleased with, like getting good grades perhaps. And if nothing you ever did pleased either of your parents, maybe it was a teacher in school or a coach. But someone was pleased with something you did, and as a result, they gave you more time and positive attention than you usually got. How did you feel when you got such a positive response from your parents, teachers, or coaches? If you're anything like me, you felt pretty good about yourself, and quite important when you got that positive response as a child. Take a look at this cartoon and see if it makes it easier to understand the source of this belief. There you were as a child with the beliefs, I'm not good enough and I'm not important. Then you told or showed your parents, teachers, or coaches something they liked. As a result, they responded more positively than usual, which resulted in you feeling, I am good enough and I'm important. What would all this mean to a young child? Oh, I get it. What makes me good enough or important is having people think well of me. So the source of this belief is feeling negative about yourself and then getting a lot of praise that makes you feel good about yourself. It seemed to you that having people think well of you made you good enough and important. I'm going to pause in a moment for you to type in the text box below the source of this belief, what makes me good enough or important is having people think well of me. When I do, please write down the negative feelings you had about yourself when you were a child. Next, write down what you did that your parents, teachers, or coaches liked. After that, write down exactly how your parents, teachers, or coaches responded. And finally, write down the positive feelings you had, such as good enough or important. We'll give you on-screen prompts to help you remember what to write. Take the time you need because this is important. When you're done writing, click Continue. Now the program will pause.